Hi everyone, and welcome to my Brow Story Concealer Palette tutorial. Here you can see all of the beautiful colors that we have available. There's 3 concealers, 1 that pops the brows and 2 powder concealers. On the back you can see all the names of all the concealers that we have inside the Brow Story palette. We're going to be using the Brow Bible brushes, starting off with the spoolie brush. I like to bend the brush slightly and then brush the brows into place before I start concealing. Next step will be highlighting under the brow. I love this little tip by pinching and squeezing the brush to get a really crisp, defined finish. Just before you go placing it into the concealer, pick up a small amount on your brush. A little bit goes a long way. You can see the quantity that I've picked up here. I like to start at the beginning of the brow, just back and forth movements, maneuvering that concealer back and forth under the brow and really focusing and carving out that shape under the brow and just working it all the way along, up through the arch and along down their tail. If you feel you've picked up too much concealer and applied it on the brow, then just push the rest of the remaining concealer down, as you can see here, and then we're going to come in with the blender brush and blend it all out. This is the blender brush, so we're going to go in that area where the concealer is sitting and just blend all of that into her eye and her skin. The shape of the bristles of this brush gives a seamless finish when buffing out all of that concealer. Now, this next brush is the Brow Carve brush. This brush is beautiful the way that it's shaped. It allows to pick up more concealer and carve out the brows, or you can place and pick up more concealer and place it along the eyelid. I love to be able to pick up the second color, which is the medium, and pick up a little bit of concealer, place it over the eyelid and start blending all of that in, a little bit like an eyeshadow. The name of the concealer that I use out of the palette is Manifest, and that just helps conceal all of those areas around the eye. The concealer is also great to use over any blemishes or pimples. The color I'm using here is Brow Boss. The brush I'm using is still the Brow Carve brush. This is just because it picks up a lot more concealer than the other brushes, just to help blend all of that in. And then I'm going to come in with another brush. If you're an oily skin type, the powder concealer is perfect for giving a flawless finish. I just go back and forth with my powdered brush and just place it along the area that I've placed the concealer, and that just helps give a nice flawless finish. The color powder concealer I used was Empower. The second powder concealer I'm using is Unstoppable. I'm using a small amount of this and placing it over the eye area, over the cream concealer that we placed there earlier on. Look at the difference from the left eye to the right eye. It's just such a beautiful, flawless finish. Thank you for watching and enjoy your My Story Concealer palette.